I mean, it started just jamming, playing music, wanting to form an actual band. Once we brought in John, that's when it really became an actual thing. I think John brought a whole different style, a whole different experience of music. I think we're lucky because it's hard to find somebody who can play their instrument without help, without trying to teach him or anything like that. So he was able just to jump in and play. Michael was the same way. I think he's similar in that. And the good thing about them is they both play multiple instruments. They don't just play their own. They play guitar, bass, piano. So that's helpful. I think the drums as well. The drums have their own, sound completely. I think Weston plays, has so many influences. I don't think I would want to play with anybody else. I think just part of it is because we've been playing with each other for so long, but I played with a lot of people, and I think that the musicians we have are some of the highest caliber in the city. I really think that. And it's good not coming in thinking you're the guy who knows the most about how to play and how to. It's good not to teach anymore. Not trying to focus on how to play somebody else's instrument. So that's a plus. I don't have to worry about that. They know what to do. They know when to come in. And they have an understanding of how the music is supposed to go. I think we fit pretty well. I think we match pretty good. So I think our sound is mostly dependent on Weston and I, because we grew up together playing music for so long. And that's just from listening to mostly bluegrass, country, and gospel. Right. It's just a real Midwestern sound. We are a Columbus band, and like I said, our influences are from all around us. It's a culmination of bluegrass, blues, and country music, jazz music, and Motown music just coming together. Guitar-wise, I wanted to create space, dynamic, have a song that has a story within the melody itself. So I think I always like songs that have, if you just listen to the music there, you can read into some sort of story too, besides the words. You can have a very complex song, but you can only derive one thing from it. And I don't think that's a good song. I think a better song is one that's simple and has layers of meaning and understanding. The layers in the music, where the changes bring to mind, certain ideas or certain feelings, and when that's matched up with the lyrics, I think that's when you have a good song. So, musically, lyrically, that's what I try to focus on. I try to encourage people to look at the song in multiple different ways, multiple different point of views, and I think that's what we try to do. I don't like music that has guitars overplayed, guitars overused. I like music that has space to just breathe. In Columbus, where we live, there's a big metal scene, and I think we're kind of start of maybe a genre that's trying to reject a lot of that technical, heavy guitar sound. We're into melodies, we're into dynamics, we're into, roots music, in a way. Story music in a lot of sense, too. So I think we're trying to reimagine our past in a lot of ways. I don't think when I start writing a song, I don't think I have a specific way, like I'm going to sit down and write the lyrics first, or I'm going to sit down and write music first. Typically it's music first, though, but it just depends, yeah. I think the album is much more. The songs make sense together. They're fluid. They work well together. I think the EP was us really just trying to get music out and getting stuff written, put together. And I think the album is more of an attempt to have a cohesive group of songs together. We have a lot of songs that we write. A lot of songs I think we'll finish recording and record as well, but maybe didn't fit on this album. And I think that's deliberate. That's to have a cohesive and coherent album. And I think the goal is to focus on our instruments, not overplay, really focus on vocals too, for me personally, because that's a big thing. I think when you play live, it's a totally different atmosphere when somebody hears you live. They give you a little bit of credit when you maybe don't hit the note exactly right, but I think a record is completely unforgiving. Like, you've got to be right on every time.
I'm still out here holding roses in my hand. Sooner or later those bright castles look like dungeons, and these things that you keep out, keep in. And I noticed you were talking to Prince Charming.